Welcome back, Inspiral family, to the audiobook series that nourishes your mind, body, and soul. Together, we embark on a transformative journey, one that will guide you toward the power of inner peace and help you calm the storm within. This audiobook, The Power of Inner Peace, How to Calm the Storm Within, has been created to help you discover, cultivate, and maintain an inner state of tranquility. Life is filled with moments of challenge, uncertainty, and chaos. But what if I told you that, despite the external world, there is a place inside you where peace resides, a place that you can tap into at any moment, no matter what is happening around you? Before we begin, let's take a moment to center ourselves. Find a comfortable space, sit or lie down, and take a deep breath. Inhale slowly, filling your lungs completely, and then exhale, letting go of any tension or worries that have been weighing on you. Continue to breathe deeply and feel your body begin to relax. Now, let's turn our focus inward, allowing ourselves to be fully present, leaving behind the distractions of the outside world. This is your time, your moment of peace. Together, we will explore what it means to cultivate inner peace and how this simple yet profound state of being can transform every aspect of your life. Inner peace is often spoken of as a lofty goal, an abstract ideal that only a few can reach. However, the truth is that inner peace is not only accessible to everyone, but it is also something that can be cultivated and nurtured over time. Think of it like a muscle. The more you work on it, the stronger it becomes. Inner peace doesn't mean that life will always be smooth sailing or that you will never face difficulties again. Rather, it is the ability to remain calm and centered, even when life throws its inevitable challenges your way. When you cultivate inner peace, you create a sanctuary within yourself, a refuge where you can always find stillness and clarity, regardless of the external circumstances. In today's fast-paced world, we are bombarded with constant distractions. The noise of modern life, the endless stream of information, social media notifications, work demands, and societal pressures can easily overwhelm our minds and lead to feelings of anxiety, stress, and disconnection. Many of us are so caught up in the hustle and bustle that we've forgotten how to simply be present, how to enjoy the quiet moments, and how to connect with the deeper parts of ourselves. But the good news is that inner peace is something we can cultivate. It's not something you either have or don't have. It's a practice, a way of being that you can develop through mindfulness, self-awareness, and intentional living. Throughout this audiobook, we will explore practical tools and techniques that will help you tap into your inner peace no matter what life throws your way. We will delve into practices such as mindful breathing, meditation, acceptance, surrender, and letting go of control. We will discuss the importance of compassion, both for yourself and others, and how forgiveness can liberate you from the emotional burdens that weigh you down. We will also explore how to create a peaceful environment, both within yourself and in your surroundings, so that you can carry this sense of calm with you in all areas of your life. As we begin this journey together, I invite you to reflect on your own relationship with inner peace. When do you feel most at peace? Is it during moments of stillness or solitude? Perhaps it's when you're out in nature, walking along a quiet trail or sitting by the ocean. Now, think about the times when you feel most disconnected from peace. Is it when you're in a stressful situation at work, dealing with a challenging relationship, or feeling overwhelmed by your responsibilities? Becoming aware of these patterns is the first step toward cultivating more peace in your life. Let's dive deeper into this journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Chapter 1. Understanding the nature of inner peace. Inner peace is not just a lofty concept, but a very real state of being, one that we can all access and cultivate. But what is inner peace, truly? Is it something we can hold on to in the midst of chaos? The answer is yes. Inner peace is a state of mind and heart that remains undisturbed no matter the external circumstances. It's important to understand that inner peace isn't something we achieve once and for all. Rather, it's a state we continuously cultivate, just as a gardener tends to their garden. Life will always have its ups and downs, its challenges and surprises, but cultivating inner peace means that, even in the midst of these storms, we have a refuge within ourselves, a place of stillness and calm where we can retreat. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded by distractions. We live in an era of information overload where our minds are pulled in 100 different directions at once. This often leaves us feeling restless, anxious, and disconnected from ourselves. But what if we could create a quiet space within, a sanctuary that we can always return to no matter what's happening around us? The first step in cultivating inner peace is recognizing its value. Without peace of mind, no amount of external success, material wealth, or personal achievement can bring lasting happiness. Inner peace is the foundation upon which everything else rests. When we have inner peace, we can face any challenge with a calm mind, respond to difficulties with clarity, and move through life with a sense of ease. Let's take a moment now to reflect on our current relationship with peace. When do you feel most at peace? Is it when you're alone in nature, or perhaps during moments of stillness in your day? Conversely, when do you feel most disconnected from peace? Do certain situations or people trigger feelings of anxiety or unrest? Becoming aware of these patterns is the first step toward cultivating a more peaceful life. To truly understand inner peace, we must first recognize that it is not dependent on external circumstances. Many of us believe that if we can just achieve certain goals, whether it's landing a dream job, finding the perfect partner, or buying a beautiful home, we will finally be happy and at peace. But the truth is, external achievements can only bring temporary satisfaction. Once the initial excitement fades, we often find ourselves searching for the next thing to make us happy. This cycle of chasing after external validation can leave us feeling empty and unfulfilled. Inner peace, on the other hand, is not dependent on anything outside of ourselves. It is a state of being that comes from within, and it is always available to us, no matter what is happening in our lives. Think about a time when you achieved something you had been working toward for a long time. Perhaps it was a promotion at work, a personal milestone, or a material possession you had been saving up for. How did you feel in that moment? Chances are you felt a sense of joy and accomplishment. But how long did that feeling last? For many of us, the initial excitement fades quickly, and we soon find ourselves focusing on the next goal or challenge. This is not to say that external achievements are meaningless. They can certainly bring us joy and satisfaction, but they cannot provide us with lasting peace. True peace comes from within, and it is something we must cultivate through self-awareness, mindfulness, and intentional living. One of the key obstacles to inner peace is the tendency to resist the present moment. When we resist reality, when we wish things were different than they are, we create tension and conflict within ourselves. This resistance often stems from the desire to control our circumstances or the fear of uncertainty. However, the more we resist, the more we suffer. Inner peace is not about avoiding life's challenges, but about embracing them with a sense of acceptance and surrender. Think about a time when you were faced with a difficult situation. Perhaps it was an unexpected setback at work, a health issue, or a personal loss. How did you respond to that challenge? Did you resist it, wishing it would go away, or did you accept it as part of life's natural ebb and flow? Acceptance doesn't mean we resign ourselves to a life of passivity or inaction. Instead, it means that we acknowledge the situation as it is, without judgment, and choose to respond from a place of inner calm rather than reactivity. As we explore the nature of inner peace throughout this audiobook, we will dive deeper into the practices and perspectives that can help you cultivate this state of being. But for now, I invite you to reflect on your own relationship with peace and how you can begin to integrate more peace into your daily life. Chapter 2. The Power of Mindful Breathing. One of the simplest and most effective tools for cultivating inner peace is mindful breathing. Our breath is with us at every moment, but often we're not aware of it. When we breathe unconsciously, shallow and fast, it can reflect our inner state of anxiety. But when we breathe mindfully, deeply, and slowly, it signals to our body and mind that all is well, that we are safe. Mindful breathing is a technique that anchors us in the present moment. It's the bridge between our mind and body, connecting the two and creating harmony within. When we feel stressed or overwhelmed, our breathing often becomes shallow and rapid. In contrast, when we are calm and at peace, our breath naturally slows and deepens. The beauty of mindful breathing is that by consciously slowing our breath, we can reverse the cycle of stress and create a sense of calm, even in moments of anxiety. Let's try a mindful breathing exercise together. Begin by sitting comfortably, allowing your hands to rest gently in your lap. Close your eyes and bring your attention to your breath. Notice how the air feels as it enters your nostrils, flows down into your lungs, and expands your chest. Hold it for a brief moment, then exhale slowly and completely. Repeat this process, focusing on the sensation of your breath as it moves in and out of your body. With each inhale, imagine you're breathing in peace and calm. With each exhale, imagine you're releasing tension, stress, and worry. As you continue this mindful breathing, notice how your body begins to relax. Your shoulders soften, your mind quiets, and your heartbeat slows. This practice of mindful breathing is something you can return to at any moment during your day. Whether you're stuck in traffic, dealing with a difficult conversation, or feeling overwhelmed at work, taking just a few moments to focus on your breath can create a powerful shift in your inner state. But why is breathing so powerful? To understand this, we need to explore the connection between our breath and our nervous system. The autonomic nervous system, which regulates many of our body's involuntary functions, has two main branches, the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is responsible for the fight or flight response, which is activated when we perceive a threat. This response prepares our body to either confront the danger or flee from it. Our heart rate increases, our muscles tense, and our breathing becomes rapid and shallow. While this response is essential for survival, it can become overactive in our modern lives, where we face constant stressors such as work deadlines, financial pressures, and relationship challenges. When the sympathetic nervous system is chronically activated, it can lead to a host of physical and emotional issues, including anxiety, high blood pressure, and insomnia. On the other hand, the parasympathetic nervous system is responsible for the rest and digest response, which promotes relaxation and recovery. When this system is activated, our heart rate slows, our muscles relax, and our breathing becomes deep and rhythmic. This is the state in which our body can heal, repair, and rejuvenate. Mindful breathing is one of the most effective ways to activate the parasympathetic nervous system. By consciously slowing down our breath, we send a signal to our brain that we are safe, which in turn calms the body and mind. This is why mindful breathing is such a powerful tool for cultivating inner peace. It allows us to shift from a state of stress and agitation to a state of calm and relaxation, simply by changing the way we breathe. Let's explore this further with another mindful breathing exercise. This time, we'll focus on the concept of belly breathing, also known as diaphragmatic breathing. Many of us are accustomed to breathing shallowly, using only the upper part of our lungs. This type of breathing doesn't fully engage the diaphragm, the large muscle located at the base of our lungs. When we breathe deeply, using the diaphragm, we allow more oxygen to enter our bloodstream, which can have a profound effect on our physical and emotional well-being. To practice belly breathing, find a comfortable seated position or lie down on your back. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your abdomen. Take a deep breath in through your nose, allowing your abdomen to rise as your diaphragm expands. Feel your hand on your abdomen move outward as you inhale. Then exhale slowly through your mouth, allowing your abdomen to fall as your diaphragm relaxes. Notice how your hand on your chest remains relatively still, while your hand on your abdomen moves with each breath. This is a sign that you're breathing deeply and engaging your diaphragm. Continue this practice for several minutes, allowing your breath to become slow, deep, and rhythmic. As you do, notice how your body begins to relax and your mind becomes calmer. The benefits of mindful breathing extend beyond relaxation. Research has shown that deep, slow breathing can have a positive impact on our physical health. For example, it can help to lower blood pressure, improve digestion, and boost the immune system. It can also increase the production of endorphins, the body's natural feel-good chemicals, which can elevate our mood and reduce feelings of anxiety or depression. Additionally, mindful breathing can improve our focus and concentration, making it easier to stay present and engaged in whatever we're doing. But perhaps the most profound benefit of mindful breathing is its ability to connect us with the present moment. In our fast-paced, hyper-connected world, it's easy to get caught up in the endless stream of thoughts, worries, and distractions. We often find ourselves dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, missing out on the richness of life that is unfolding right now. Mindful breathing brings us back to the present moment, allowing us to fully experience life as it happens. When we focus on our breath, we become aware of the sensations in our body, the rhythm of our breathing, and the sounds around us. We become fully present, and in this presence, we find peace. Let's try another mindful breathing exercise, this time incorporating a visualization technique. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose And as you do, imagine that you're breathing in a warm, golden light. This light represents peace, calm, and positivity. Feel it filling your lungs and spreading throughout your body, bringing warmth and relaxation to every cell. As you exhale through your mouth, imagine that you're releasing any tension, stress, or negativity. Picture it leaving your body as a dark cloud, dissolving into the air. Continue this practice for several minutes, allowing each breath to bring in more light and release more darkness. Notice how your body feels lighter and more at ease with each breath. Mindful breathing can also be combined with other mindfulness practices, such as body scanning or gratitude meditation. For example, after a few minutes of mindful breathing, you can bring your attention to different parts of your body, starting with your toes and moving up to the top of your head. Notice any areas of tension or discomfort, and with each exhale, imagine that tension melting away. Alternatively, you can use mindful breathing as a foundation for a gratitude practice. As you breathe in, think of something you're grateful for, and as you breathe out, express gratitude for that person, experience, or thing. This combination of mindful breathing and gratitude can create a powerful sense of peace and contentment. It's important to remember that mindful breathing is a practice, and like any practice, it requires consistency and patience. At first, you may find it difficult to focus on your breath for more than a few seconds. Your mind may wander, and you may become frustrated or impatient. This is completely normal. The key is to approach the practice with kindness and curiosity, rather than judgment or expectation. Each time your mind wanders, gently bring your focus back to your breath, without criticizing yourself. Over time, you'll find that it becomes easier to stay present and focused, and the benefits of mindful breathing will become more apparent in your daily life. To make mindful breathing a regular part of your routine, consider setting aside a specific time each day for practice. This could be first thing in the morning, during your lunch break, or before bed. Even just 5 or 10 minutes of mindful breathing can have a significant impact on your overall sense of well-being. You can also incorporate mindful breathing into everyday activities, such as walking, eating, or waiting in line. By bringing mindfulness to these moments, you can transform them into opportunities for peace and presence. As we continue this journey together, I encourage you to explore the power of mindful breathing in your own life. Notice how it affects your body, mind, and emotions. Pay attention to the moments when you feel most at peace, and consider how you can use mindful breathing to create more of those moments. Remember, inner peace is not something you need to seek outside yourself. It is something you can cultivate within, one breath at a time. Chapter 3. Letting Go of Control. One of the greatest barriers to inner peace is the need to control. As human beings, we often feel more comfortable when we believe we are in control of our surroundings, our relationships, and our future. But the truth is, control is an illusion. No matter how hard we try, we cannot control everything. Life is inherently unpredictable. The more we try to control things beyond our grasp, the more anxiety we create within ourselves. Have you ever found yourself trying to manage every aspect of a situation only to feel exhausted and frustrated when things didn't go as planned? This constant striving for control drains our energy and robs us of our peace of mind. Letting go of the need for control is not about becoming passive or indifferent to life. Rather, It's about accepting what we cannot change and focusing our energy on what we can control, our own actions, thoughts, and responses. This shift in perspective allows us to live with greater ease and less resistance. Imagine you're a sailor navigating a boat through a storm. You can't control the wind or the waves, but you can control how you steer the boat. You can adjust the sails and respond to the changing conditions. In the same way, we can't control the events of life, but we can control how we respond to them. This is where our true power lies. Let's take a moment now to reflect on an area of your life where you've been holding on too tightly, where the need for control has created tension and anxiety. Perhaps it's in your career, your relationships, or your health. Imagine what it would feel like to release the need for control in this area. How would it feel to trust that, no matter what happens, you have the inner strength to navigate it with grace and peace? To truly let go of control, we must first understand why we feel the need to control in the first place. For many of us, the desire to control stems from fear. We fear the unknown, and we believe that if we can control our environment, we can protect ourselves from harm or disappointment. But this need for control is an illusion. No matter how hard we try, we cannot control other people, nor can we control the events that happen in our lives. The only thing we can truly control is how we respond to what happens. Think about a time when you tried to control a situation, but no matter how hard you tried, things didn't go the way you planned. How did that make you feel? Perhaps you felt frustrated, anxious, or even angry. Now, think about a time when you let go of control and allowed things to unfold naturally. How did that feel? Chances are you felt a sense of relief, freedom, and peace. Letting go of control doesn't mean we become passive or complacent. It means that we take action from a place of inner calm rather than from a place of fear or desperation. We do what we can, but we release the outcome, trusting that whatever happens will be for our highest good. This shift in mindset allows us to move through life with greater ease and grace, rather than constantly struggling against the current. A helpful practice for letting go of control is to ask yourself, what am I holding on to that I need to release? This might be a specific situation, a relationship, or even an expectation you have for yourself or others. Once you've identified what you're holding on to, imagine yourself gently releasing it. Picture yourself letting go of the need to control the outcome and trusting that everything will work out as it should. Let's explore this further with a guided visualization exercise. Find a comfortable position, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. As you breathe in, imagine that you're breathing in peace and calm. As you breathe out, imagine that you're releasing tension and stress. Now, bring to mind the area of your life where you've been holding on to control. Picture it as a heavy object that you've been carrying, a rock, a suitcase, or a chain. Feel the weight of this object in your hands or on your shoulders. Notice how it feels to carry this burden. Now, imagine yourself setting it down. Feel the weight lifting off your shoulders as you release it. As you do, say to yourself, I release the need to control. I trust that everything is unfolding as it should. Take a few more deep breaths, allowing yourself to fully experience the sense of relief and freedom that comes from letting go. Letting go of control also requires us to cultivate trust. Trust in ourselves, trust in others, and trust in the flow of life. Trust is not something that comes naturally to many of us, especially if we've been hurt or disappointed in the past. But trust is essential for inner peace. When we trust, we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, to take risks, and to embrace the unknown. Trusting doesn't mean we ignore our intuition or abandon our boundaries. Rather, it means that we believe in our ability to handle whatever comes our way. Think about a time when you took a leap of faith, when you trusted yourself or someone else, even though the outcome was uncertain. How did that experience shape you? Did it teach you something about your own strength and resilience? Trusting in the flow of life doesn't mean we stop taking action or making plans. It means that we remain open to the possibilities that life presents, even when they don't align with our expectations. Let's try another exercise to help you cultivate trust. Take a moment to reflect on a situation in your life where you've been struggling to let go of control. Write down all the things you're trying to control in this situation. Now, write down what you can actually control: your thoughts, your actions, your responses. Finally, write down what you need to release, the things you cannot control. As you do this exercise, notice how it feels to acknowledge what you can and cannot control. Does it bring you a sense of relief? Does it help you feel more empowered? Letting go of control is not a one-time event, but an ongoing practice. It requires us to continually check in with ourselves, to notice when we're holding on too tightly, and to gently release our grip. It also requires us to be patient and compassionate with ourselves. Letting go is not always easy, especially if we've spent years trying to control every aspect of our lives. But with practice, it becomes easier, and the rewards are profound. As we continue this journey together, I encourage you to reflect on the areas of your life where you might be holding on to control. What would it feel like to let go and trust the flow of life? How might this shift in perspective bring more peace into your life? Chapter 4. Acceptance and Surrender. At the heart of inner peace lies the practice of acceptance. When we resist reality, when we wish things were different than they are, we create conflict within ourselves. But when we practice acceptance, we create space for peace. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation or giving up. It doesn't mean we don't strive to make positive changes in our lives. Rather, it means acknowledging what is without resisting it. It means seeing the situation as it is, without judgment or denial. Surrender is a powerful act of letting go. It's about releasing the struggle against what we cannot change and allowing life to flow as it is meant to. Surrendering doesn't mean we stop taking action. It means we act from a place of peace rather than a place of resistance. Reflect for a moment on a challenge you're facing in your life. What would it feel like to accept this challenge as it is, without wishing for it to be different? How would it change your experience if you surrendered to the flow of life, trusting that everything is unfolding exactly as it should? To truly understand acceptance and surrender, we must first recognize that life is inherently unpredictable. No matter how much we plan, prepare, or strive, we cannot control everything that happens to us. Life will always have its ups and downs, its joys and sorrows. When we resist this reality, when we cling to how we think things should be, we create unnecessary suffering for ourselves. Acceptance, on the other hand, allows us to meet life as it is, with openness and curiosity. It doesn't mean we like or approve of everything that happens, but it means we stop fighting against reality. Think about a time when you resisted a situation in your life. Perhaps it was a job loss, a breakup, or a health diagnosis. How did that resistance make you feel? Did it bring you peace, or did it create more tension and stress? Now, think about a time when you accepted a situation, even if it wasn't what you wanted. How did that acceptance change your experience? Did it bring you a sense of relief or freedom? Acceptance is not about passivity or resignation. It's about acknowledging the truth of what is, so that we can respond from a place of clarity and wisdom. When we accept a situation, we free up the energy that we were using to resist it, and we can channel that energy into taking positive action. For example, if you're facing a health challenge, acceptance doesn't mean you give up on getting better. It means you acknowledge the reality of your condition so that you can take the necessary steps to care for yourself and seek treatment. Surrender is closely related to acceptance, but it takes the practice a step further. Surrender is about releasing the need to control the outcome and trusting that everything is unfolding as it should. It's about letting go of the struggle and allowing life to flow naturally. Surrender doesn't mean we stop taking action or pursuing our goals. It means we act from a place of peace, rather than a place of fear or desperation. Let's explore this further with a guided exercise. Find a comfortable position, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. As you breathe in, imagine that you're breathing in peace and calm. As you breathe out, imagine that you're releasing tension and stress. Now, bring to mind a situation in your life where you've been struggling to accept or surrender. Picture it as a heavy object that you've been carrying, a rock, a suitcase, or a chain. Feel the weight of this object in your hands or on your shoulders. Notice how it feels to carry this burden. Now, imagine yourself setting it down. Feel the weight lifting off your shoulders as you release it. As you do, say to yourself, "I accept what is. I surrender to the flow of life." Take a few more deep breaths, allowing yourself to fully experience the sense of relief and freedom that comes from letting go. One of the key obstacles to acceptance and surrender is the fear of the unknown. We often resist change because we're afraid of what might happen if we let go of control. But the truth is, life is always changing, and the unknown is an inherent part of the human experience. When we embrace the unknown, we open ourselves to new possibilities and opportunities. We allow ourselves to grow and evolve in ways we never imagined. Think about a time when you faced a major change in your life, perhaps a move to a new city, a career change, or the end of a relationship. At the time, you may have felt scared or uncertain, but looking back, how did that change shape you? Did it lead to new opportunities or experiences that you wouldn't have had otherwise? When we surrender to the flow of life, we allow ourselves to be guided by something greater than ourselves. We trust that, even in the midst of uncertainty, we are exactly where we need to be. Another obstacle to acceptance and surrender is the belief that we need to have all the answers. Many of us feel uncomfortable with ambiguity, and we try to fill in the gaps with assumptions or predictions. But the truth is, we don't need to have all the answers to live a peaceful and fulfilling life. In fact, the more we try to control the outcome, the more we limit ourselves. When we surrender to the unknown, we open ourselves to infinite possibilities. Let's try another exercise to help you cultivate acceptance and surrender. Take a moment to reflect on a situation in your life where you've been struggling to accept or surrender. Write down all the things you're resisting in this situation. Now, write down what you can accept, the things you cannot change. Finally, write down what you need to surrender, the things you cannot control. As you do this exercise, notice how it feels to acknowledge what you can and cannot change. Does it bring you a sense of relief? Does it help you feel more at peace? Acceptance and surrender are not one-time events, but ongoing practices. They require us to continually check in with ourselves, to notice when we're resisting reality, and to gently release our grip. They also require us to be patient and compassionate with ourselves. Letting go is not always easy, especially if we've spent years trying to control every aspect of our lives. But with practice, it becomes easier, and the rewards are profound. As we continue this journey together, I encourage you to reflect on the areas of your life where you might be resisting reality. What would it feel like to accept what is and surrender to the flow of life? How might this shift in perspective bring more peace into your life? Chapter 5. The Practice of Mindfulness. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present in the moment. It's about bringing our awareness to what we're experiencing right now without getting caught up in thoughts about the past or worries about the future. When we live mindfully, we stop reacting to life on autopilot. Instead, we respond with intention and awareness. This shift in perspective allows us to stay grounded in the present moment, where true peace resides. Let's try a simple mindfulness exercise. Wherever you are right now, take a moment to focus on your surroundings. Notice the colors, shapes, and textures around you. Pay attention to the sounds you hear, the sensation of the air on your skin, and the feeling of your body against the chair. Allow yourself to fully experience this moment without judgment or distraction. Mindfulness is a practice that can be integrated into every aspect of your life. Whether you're eating, walking, or having a conversation, you can bring mindful awareness to what you're doing. By doing so, you create a deeper connection with yourself and the present moment, allowing peace to flourish within you. To truly understand mindfulness, we must first recognize that our minds are often scattered and distracted. We spend much of our time thinking about the past or worrying about the future, missing out on the richness of life that is unfolding right now. This mental chatter can create stress, anxiety, and a sense of disconnection from ourselves and the world around us. Mindfulness helps us break free from this cycle by bringing our attention back to the present moment. Think about a time when you were so absorbed in an activity that you lost track of time. Perhaps it was while painting, playing music, or spending time in nature. In those moments, you were fully present, and your mind was quiet and focused. This is the essence of mindfulness, being fully engaged in the here and now without distraction or judgment. Let's explore this further with a guided mindfulness exercise. Find a comfortable position, either seated or lying down, and close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, allow your body to relax completely. Now, bring your attention to your breath. Notice the sensation of the air as it enters your nostrils and fills your lungs. Feel your chest rise and fall with each breath. Without trying to change anything, simply observe your breath as it is. If your mind begins to wander, that's okay. Gently bring your focus back to your breath, anchoring yourself in the present moment. Now, shift your attention to your body. Notice any areas where you might be holding tension, perhaps in your shoulders, your neck, or your jaw. As you exhale, imagine that tension melting away, leaving you feeling lighter and more at ease. Continue to scan your body, bringing awareness to each part and allowing yourself to relax more deeply with each breath. Next, bring your attention to your surroundings. Even with your eyes closed, notice the sounds around you. Perhaps you hear the hum of a fan, the distant sound of traffic, or the chirping of birds outside. Whatever you hear, simply observe it without judgment. Allow yourself to be fully present in this moment, letting go of any thoughts about the past or worries about the future. This is your time to simply be, to experience the peace that comes from being fully present. Mindfulness can also be practiced during everyday activities. For example, when you're eating, take a moment to notice the colors, textures, and flavors of your food. Chew slowly and savor each bite, paying attention to the sensations in your mouth and the act of swallowing. When you're walking, notice the feeling of your feet touching the ground, the rhythm of your steps, and the movement of your body. By bringing mindfulness to these simple activities, you can transform them into opportunities for peace and presence. One of the key benefits of mindfulness is its ability to create space between ourselves and our thoughts. When we practice mindfulness, we begin to realize that we are not our thoughts. We are the awareness behind them. This shift in perspective allows us to observe our thoughts and emotions without getting swept away by them. Instead of reacting impulsively to a stressful situation, we can pause, take a deep breath, and respond with clarity and intention. Let's try another mindfulness exercise, this time focusing on our thoughts. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. Now, bring your attention to your thoughts. Notice them as they arise, like clouds passing through the sky. Don't try to change or judge your thoughts. Simply observe them. If you find yourself getting caught up in a thought, gently bring your focus back to your breath. Continue this practice for a few minutes, allowing yourself to become an observer of your mind. Mindfulness can also help us cultivate gratitude and appreciation for the present moment. When we're fully present, we're able to notice the small joys and blessings in our lives, the warmth of the sun on our skin, the sound of laughter, the taste of a delicious meal. By practicing mindfulness, we can shift our focus from what's lacking in our lives to what's already here. Let's try a gratitude mindfulness exercise. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. Now, bring to mind something you're grateful for, a person, an experience, or a simple pleasure. As you focus on this, notice the feelings of gratitude that arise in your body. Allow yourself to fully experience these feelings, savoring them like a precious gift. Continue this practice for a few minutes, bringing to mind as many things as you can that you're grateful for. As we continue this journey together, I encourage you to make mindfulness a daily practice. Start with just a few minutes each day and gradually increase the amount of time you spend in mindful awareness. The more you practice, the more you'll notice a shift in your overall sense of well-being and peace. Chapter 6. Creating a Sanctuary of Peace. While inner peace is something we cultivate within, our external environment plays a significant role in supporting or disrupting that peace. Creating a sanctuary of peace in your home or workspace can have a profound impact on your sense of calm and well-being. Your personal sanctuary doesn't need to be elaborate. It can be as simple as a corner of a room with a comfortable chair, soft lighting, and a few meaningful objects that bring you joy. The key is to create a space where you can retreat from the busyness of life and reconnect with yourself. Take a moment now to think about your environment. Is it cluttered or chaotic? Does it feel like a place of peace, or does it add to your stress? Consider how you can simplify your surroundings and create a space that reflects the inner peace you wish to cultivate. To truly create a sanctuary of peace, we must first recognize the connection between our external environment and our internal state. Our surroundings have a powerful influence on our mood, energy, and overall sense of well-being. When we're surrounded by clutter, noise, and distractions, it's difficult to feel calm and centered. But when we create a space that is clean, organized, and filled with things that bring us joy, we create an environment that supports our inner peace. Think about a time when you walked into a space that felt peaceful and inviting. Perhaps it was a cozy cafe, a serene park, or a friend's home. How did that space make you feel? Chances are you felt a sense of calm and relaxation. Now, think about a space that felt chaotic or overwhelming. How did that space affect your mood and energy? By becoming aware of how your environment impacts you, you can make intentional choices to create a space that supports your peace and well-being. Let's explore this further with a guided exercise. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. Now, imagine your ideal sanctuary of peace. What does it look like? Is it a cozy nook with soft blankets and pillows, or a bright, airy room filled with plants and natural light? What colors, textures, and objects are in this space? How does it feel to be in this space? Allow yourself to fully immerse in this vision, noticing the feelings of calm and relaxation that arise. Now, think about your current environment. What changes can you make to bring it closer to your ideal sanctuary? Perhaps you can declutter your space, add some plants or candles, or create a designated area for relaxation and mindfulness. Even small changes can have a big impact on your sense of peace. One of the key elements of a peaceful environment is simplicity. When our space is cluttered and disorganized, it can create a sense of chaos and overwhelm. But when we simplify our surroundings, we create a sense of order and calm. Start by decluttering your space, getting rid of anything that no longer serves you or brings you joy. This might include old clothes, unused items, or anything that feels like a burden. As you declutter, notice how it feels to let go of these things. Does it bring you a sense of relief and freedom? Another important element of a peaceful environment is nature. Bringing elements of nature into your space can have a calming and grounding effect. This might include plants, flowers, natural materials like wood or stone, or even images of nature. Studies have shown that spending time in nature or being surrounded by natural elements can reduce stress, improve mood, and enhance overall well-being. Let's try another exercise to help you create a sanctuary of peace. Take a moment to walk through your home or workspace, paying attention to how each area makes you feel. Notice any areas that feel cluttered, chaotic, or stressful. Now, think about how you can transform these areas into spaces of peace and relaxation. Perhaps you can add a plant, rearrange the furniture, or create a designated area for mindfulness practices. As you make these changes, notice how it feels to create a space that supports your inner peace. Creating a sanctuary of peace also involves setting boundaries around your time and energy. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the demands of work, family, and social obligations. But by setting clear boundaries, we can create space for rest, relaxation, and self-care. This might include setting aside time each day for mindfulness practices, saying no to commitments that drain your energy, or creating a daily routine that supports your well-being. Think about a time when you felt overwhelmed by the demands of life. How did that affect your sense of peace and well-being? Now, think about a time when you set clear boundaries and prioritized your own needs. How did that feel? By setting boundaries, we create space for peace and balance in our lives. As we continue this journey together, I encourage you to reflect on your environment and how it impacts your sense of peace. What changes can you make to create a sanctuary of peace in your home or workspace? How can you set boundaries to protect your time and energy? By creating a space that supports your inner peace, you can cultivate a deeper sense of calm and well-being in your life. Chapter 7. The Power of Silence. In our noisy, fast-paced world, silence is a rare and precious gift. Yet it is in silence that we often find the deepest sense of peace. Silence allows us to tune in to our inner world, to listen to the quiet voice of our intuition, and to connect with the stillness within. It is in moments of silence that we can hear the wisdom of our soul and gain clarity on the things that matter most. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by the constant noise and demands of life, you're not alone. Many of us long for moments of quiet, but struggle to find them in the chaos of daily life. However, creating intentional moments of silence, even if just for a few minutes, can have a profound effect on your sense of peace. Set aside time each day to embrace silence. Turn off your devices, find a quiet space, and simply sit in stillness. Allow your mind to quiet down and listen to the peace that arises from within. To truly understand the power of silence, we must first recognize the impact of noise on our mental and emotional well-being. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded by noise, from the chatter of social media to the hum of traffic to the demands of work and family. This constant noise can create stress, anxiety, and a sense of disconnection from ourselves. Silence, on the other hand, allows us to step away from the noise and reconnect with our inner world. Think about a time when you experienced true silence. Perhaps it was during a walk in nature, a meditation session, or a quiet moment at home. How did that silence make you feel? Chances are you felt a sense of calm and clarity. Now, think about a time when you were surrounded by noise and distractions. How did that affect your mood and energy? By becoming aware of how noise impacts you, you can make intentional choices to create moments of silence in your daily life. Let's explore this further with a guided exercise. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. Now, bring your attention to the sounds around you. Notice the hum of the fan, the distant sound of traffic, or the chirping of birds outside. Whatever you hear, simply observe it without judgment. Now, imagine that all these sounds are fading away, leaving you in complete silence. How does that silence feel? Allow yourself to fully immerse in this experience, noticing the feelings of calm and clarity that arise. Silence is not just the absence of noise, it is a state of being. When we embrace silence, we create space for reflection, introspection, and self-discovery. Silence allows us to hear the quiet voice of our intuition, which often gets drowned out by the noise of daily life. It is in silence that we can gain clarity on our values, priorities, and goals. Let's try another exercise to help you connect with the power of silence. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Set a timer for 5 to 10 minutes and simply sit in silence. You can close your eyes if that feels comfortable. As you sit, notice any thoughts or emotions that arise. Don't try to change or judge them, simply observe them. If your mind begins to wander, gently bring your focus back to your breath. Continue this practice for the duration of the timer, allowing yourself to fully experience the peace that comes from silence. One of the key benefits of silence is its ability to reduce stress and promote relaxation. When we're surrounded by noise, our nervous system is constantly activated, which can lead to feelings of stress and anxiety. But when we embrace silence, we give our nervous system a chance to rest and recover. This can have a profound impact on our physical and emotional well-being. Think about a time when you felt overwhelmed by the demands of life. How did that affect your sense of peace and well-being? Now, think about a time when you took a break from the noise and embraced silence. How did that feel? By creating moments of silence in your daily life, you can reduce stress and cultivate a deeper sense of peace. Silence also allows us to connect with our inner wisdom and intuition. In the stillness, we can hear the quiet voice of our soul, which often knows what we need before our conscious mind does. This inner wisdom can guide us in making decisions, solving problems, and navigating life's challenges. Let's try another exercise to help you connect with your inner wisdom. Find a quiet space and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. Now, bring to mind a question or challenge you're facing in your life. It might be related to your career, relationships, or personal growth. As you sit in silence, allow the answer to arise naturally. Don't try to force it. Simply trust that the answer will come. Continue this practice for a few minutes, allowing yourself to fully experience the clarity that comes from silence. As we continue this journey together, I encourage you to make silence a regular part of your life. Set aside time each day to embrace silence, whether it's through meditation, a quiet walk in nature, or simply sitting in stillness. By creating moments of silence, you can cultivate a deeper sense of peace and clarity in your life. Chapter 8. Compassion and Forgiveness. Inner peace cannot thrive in the presence of anger, resentment, or unforgiveness. These emotions create inner conflict and prevent us from experiencing true peace. In this chapter, we'll explore the transformative power of compassion and forgiveness. When we hold on to grudges or harbor resentment toward others, we create a heavy burden for ourselves. Forgiveness is not about excusing someone's behavior, but about releasing the emotional weight that holds us back. By forgiving others, we free ourselves from the chains of anger and open our hearts to peace. Self-compassion is equally important. Many of us are our harshest critics, constantly judging ourselves for perceived mistakes or shortcomings. But inner peace comes from treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a dear friend. Take a moment now to reflect on any unresolved anger or resentment you may be holding. What would it feel like to release that burden and choose forgiveness instead? Similarly, think about how you treat yourself. How can you bring more self-compassion into your life? To truly understand the power of compassion and forgiveness, we must first recognize the impact of holding on to anger and resentment. When we hold on to grudges, we carry a heavy emotional burden that weighs us down and prevents us from experiencing peace. Anger and resentment can manifest as physical tension, stress, and even illness. They can also create a sense of disconnection from ourselves and others. Forgiveness, on the other hand, allows us to release this burden and open our hearts to peace and healing. Think about a time when you held on to anger or resentment towards someone. How did that affect your mood and energy? Did it create tension in your relationships or a sense of disconnection from yourself? Now, think about a time when you chose to forgive someone, even if it was difficult. How did that feel? Chances are you felt a sense of relief and freedom. By choosing forgiveness, we release the emotional weight that holds us back and create space for peace and healing. Let's explore this further with a guided exercise. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. Now, bring to mind a person or situation that you've been holding on to anger or resentment toward. Picture this person or situation in your mind's eye. Notice any feelings of anger, hurt, or sadness that arise. Now, imagine yourself releasing these feelings. Picture them as a heavy object that you've been carrying, a rock, a suitcase, or a chain. Feel the weight of this object in your hands or on your shoulders. Now, imagine yourself setting it down. Feel the weight lifting off your shoulders as you release it. As you do, say to yourself, "I choose to forgive. I release this burden and open my heart to peace." Take a few more deep breaths, allowing yourself to fully experience the sense of relief and freedom that comes from forgiveness. Forgiveness is not always easy, especially if the hurt runs deep. But it is essential for inner peace. When we forgive, we free ourselves from the emotional chains that bind us and create space for healing and growth. Forgiveness doesn't mean we condone or excuse someone's behavior. It simply means we choose to release the emotional weight that holds us back. Let's try another exercise to help you cultivate forgiveness. Take a moment to reflect on a person or situation that you've been struggling to forgive. Write down all the feelings and emotions that arise when you think about this person or situation. Now, write down what you can forgive, the things you can release. Finally, write down what you need to let go of, the things you cannot change. As you do this exercise, notice how it feels to acknowledge what you can and cannot forgive. Does it bring you a sense of relief? Does it help you feel more at peace? Self-compassion is equally important for inner peace. Many of us are our harshest critics, constantly judging ourselves for perceived mistakes or shortcomings. But inner peace comes from treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a dear friend. Self-compassion allows us to acknowledge our imperfections without judgment and to embrace ourselves with love and acceptance. Think about a time when you were hard on yourself for making a mistake. How did that affect your mood and energy? Did it create feelings of shame or inadequacy? Now, think about a time when you treated yourself with kindness and understanding. How did that feel? Chances are you felt a sense of relief and self-acceptance. By practicing self-compassion, we can cultivate a deeper sense of peace and well-being. Let's try another exercise to help you cultivate self-compassion. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. Now, bring to mind a situation where you've been hard on yourself. Picture yourself in this situation and notice any feelings of shame or inadequacy that arise. Now, imagine yourself offering kindness and understanding to yourself. Picture yourself as a dear friend and offer yourself the same compassion and support that you would offer to them. As you do, say to yourself, "I am human and I make mistakes. I choose to treat myself with kindness and understanding." Take a few more deep breaths, allowing yourself to fully experience the sense of self-compassion that arises. As we continue this journey together, I encourage you to reflect on the areas of your life where you might be holding on to anger or resentment. What would it feel like to release that burden and choose forgiveness instead? Similarly, think about how you treat yourself. How can you bring more self-compassion into your life? By cultivating compassion and forgiveness, you can create a deeper sense of peace and well-being in your life. Chapter 9. Navigating Life's Challenges with Grace. Life will always present us with challenges, whether in our relationships, careers, or personal growth. The key to maintaining inner peace is not avoiding these challenges, but learning how to navigate them with grace. When we face difficulties, it's natural to feel anxious or overwhelmed. But by cultivating inner peace, we can approach life's challenges from a place of calm and clarity. Instead of reacting out of fear or frustration, we can respond with wisdom and patience. The next time you're faced with a challenge, pause before reacting. Take a deep breath, center yourself, and respond from a place of peace. This practice will not only help you navigate difficult situations more effectively, but also deepen your sense of inner peace over time. To truly navigate life's challenges with grace, we must first recognize that challenges are an inherent part of the human experience. No matter how much we plan, prepare, or strive, we cannot avoid difficulties entirely. Life will always have its ups and downs, its joys and sorrows. When we accept this reality, we can approach challenges with a sense of openness and curiosity, rather than resistance or fear. Think about a time when you faced a major challenge in your life. Perhaps it was a job loss, a health issue, or a personal loss. How did you respond to that challenge? Did you resist it, wishing it would go away? Or did you accept it as part of life's natural ebb and flow? Now, think about a time when you navigated a challenge with grace and resilience. How did that experience shape you? Did it teach you something about your own strength and resilience? One of the key tools for navigating challenges with grace is mindfulness. When we practice mindfulness, we cultivate the ability to observe our thoughts and emotions without getting swept away by them. This allows us to respond to challenges with clarity and intention, rather than reacting impulsively out of fear or frustration. Let's explore this further with a guided exercise. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. Now, bring to mind a challenge you're currently facing. Picture this challenge in your mind's eye and notice any thoughts or emotions that arise. Don't try to change or judge them, simply observe them. Now, imagine yourself responding to this challenge with mindfulness and grace. Picture yourself taking a deep breath, centering yourself, and responding from a place of calm and clarity. As you do, say to yourself, "I have the strength and wisdom to navigate this challenge with grace." Take a few more deep breaths, allowing yourself to fully experience the sense of peace and resilience that arises. Another important tool for navigating challenges with grace is self-compassion. When we face difficulties, it's easy to be hard on ourselves, judging ourselves for our perceived mistakes or shortcomings. But self-compassion allows us to treat ourselves with kindness and understanding, even in the midst of challenges. Think about a time when you were hard on yourself for facing a challenge. How did that affect your mood and energy? Did it create feelings of shame or inadequacy? Now, think about a time when you treated yourself with kindness and understanding during a difficult time. How did that feel? Chances are you felt a sense of relief and self-acceptance. By practicing self-compassion, we can navigate challenges with greater ease and resilience. Let's try another exercise to help you cultivate self-compassion in the face of challenges. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. Now, bring to mind a challenge you're currently facing. Picture yourself in this situation and notice any feelings of fear, frustration, or self-doubt that arise. Now, imagine yourself offering kindness and understanding to yourself. Picture yourself as a dear friend and offer yourself the same compassion and support that you would offer to them. As you do, say to yourself, "I am doing the best I can. I choose to treat myself with kindness and understanding." Take a few more deep breaths, allowing yourself to fully experience the sense of self-compassion that arises. Another important aspect of navigating challenges with grace is perspective. When we're in the midst of a difficult situation, it's easy to get caught up in the details and lose sight of the bigger picture. But by stepping back and gaining perspective, we can see the situation more clearly and respond with greater wisdom and clarity. Think about a time when you faced a challenge that seemed overwhelming at the time. How did you feel in the midst of that challenge? Now, think about how you feel about that challenge now, with the benefit of hindsight. Has your perspective changed? Often, challenges that seem insurmountable in the moment become valuable lessons and opportunities for growth over time. By gaining perspective, we can navigate challenges with greater ease and resilience. Let's try another exercise to help you gain perspective on a current challenge. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. Now, bring to mind a challenge you're currently facing. Picture this challenge in your mind's eye and notice any thoughts or emotions that arise. Now, imagine yourself stepping back and viewing this challenge from a distance. Picture yourself as an observer watching the situation unfold from a place of calm and clarity. As you do, ask yourself, what can I learn from this challenge? How can I grow from this experience? Take a few more deep breaths, allowing yourself to fully experience the sense of perspective and clarity that arises. As we continue this journey together, I encourage you to reflect on the challenges you're currently facing. How can you navigate these challenges with grace and resilience? What tools and practices can you use to cultivate inner peace and clarity in the midst of difficulties? By approaching challenges with mindfulness, self-compassion, and perspective, you can navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease and grace. Chapter 10. The Journey Continues. This is just the beginning of your journey toward inner peace. The practices and insights shared in this audiobook are tools that you can carry with you throughout your life. By integrating these principles into your daily routine, you will cultivate a deeper sense of calm, clarity, and peace. Remember, inner peace is always available to you. It is not something you need to seek outside yourself. It is something you can create within. No matter what life throws your way, you have the power to remain calm, grounded, and at peace. Thank you for joining me on this journey. May you continue to cultivate inner peace in every moment of your life. To truly embrace the journey toward inner peace, we must first recognize that it is an ongoing process. Inner peace is not a destination that we reach once and for all, but a state of being that we continuously cultivate. Just as a gardener tends to their garden, we must tend to our inner peace with care and attention. This means making mindfulness, self-compassion, and intentional living a regular part of our lives. Think about a time when you felt a deep sense of inner peace. Perhaps it was during a meditation session, a walk in nature, or a quiet moment at home. How did that peace feel? Now, think about how you can create more of those moments in your daily life. What practices or habits can you incorporate to cultivate inner peace on a regular basis? Let's explore this further with a guided exercise. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. Now, bring to mind your vision of a peaceful life. What does it look like? How do you feel in this vision? Picture yourself living this life, fully embodying the peace and calm that you desire. Now, think about the steps you can take to bring this vision to life. What small changes can you make today to move closer to this vision? As you do this exercise, notice the feelings of hope and inspiration that arise. One of the key aspects of continuing the journey toward inner peace is self-reflection. By regularly checking in with ourselves, we can become more aware of our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, and make intentional choices that support our peace and well-being. Think about a time when you took a moment to reflect on your day. How did that reflection help you gain clarity and insight? Now, think about how you can make self-reflection a regular part of your routine. Perhaps you can set aside a few minutes each day to journal, meditate, or simply sit in stillness. By making self-reflection a habit, you can cultivate a deeper sense of self-awareness and inner peace. Let's try another exercise to help you cultivate self-reflection. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. Now, bring to mind your day. Notice any moments that stood out, moments of joy, challenge, or growth. As you reflect on these moments, ask yourself, what did I learn today? How did I grow? What can I do differently tomorrow? Take a few more deep breaths, allowing yourself to fully experience the sense of clarity and insight that arises. Another important aspect of continuing the journey toward inner peace is community. While inner peace is something we cultivate within, it is also supported by the relationships and connections we have with others. By surrounding ourselves with people who uplift and inspire us, we can create a sense of belonging and support that enhances our peace and well-being. Think about a time when you felt supported and uplifted by your community. How did that support impact your sense of peace and well-being? Now, think about how you can cultivate a community that supports your journey toward inner peace. Perhaps you can join a meditation group, attend a workshop, or simply spend more time with friends and family who inspire you. By building a supportive community, you can create a sense of connection and belonging that enhances your inner peace. Let's try another exercise to help you cultivate a supportive community. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. Now, bring to mind the people in your life who uplift and inspire you. Picture these people in your mind's eye and notice the feelings of gratitude and connection that arise. Now, think about how you can strengthen these relationships. What small gestures of kindness or appreciation can you offer to these people? As you do this exercise, notice the feelings of love and connection that arise. As we continue this journey together, I encourage you to reflect on the practices and insights that resonate most with you. What tools and techniques can you incorporate into your daily routine to cultivate inner peace? How can you create a supportive community that enhances your peace and well-being? By making inner peace a priority, you can create a life that is filled with calm, clarity, and joy. Remember, the journey toward inner peace is not a linear path. There will be ups and downs, moments of clarity, and moments of confusion. But by staying committed to the practices and principles shared in this audiobook, you can navigate these challenges with grace and resilience. Let's try one final exercise to help you set an intention for your ongoing journey toward inner peace. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. Now, bring to mind your vision of a peaceful life. Picture yourself living this life, fully embodying the peace and calm that you desire. Now, set an intention for your journey. What do you want to cultivate in your life? What qualities or values do you want to embody? As you set this intention, say to yourself, I am committed to cultivating inner peace in every moment of my life. Take a few more deep breaths, allowing yourself to fully experience the sense of purpose and clarity that arises. As we conclude this audiobook, I want to thank you for joining me on this journey. May you continue to cultivate inner peace in every moment of your life. Remember, inner peace is always available to you. It is not something you need to seek outside yourself. It is something you can create within. No matter what life throws your way, you have the power to remain calm, grounded, and at peace. Chapter 11. Cultivating Gratitude in Everyday Life. Gratitude is one of the most powerful practices for cultivating inner peace. When we focus on what we're grateful for, we shift our attention away from what's lacking in our lives and toward the abundance that already exists. This shift in perspective can have a profound impact on our mood, energy, and overall sense of well-being. In this chapter, we'll explore the transformative power of gratitude and how you can incorporate it into your daily life. To truly understand the power of gratitude, we must first recognize the impact of focusing on what's lacking. When we focus on what we don't have, we create feelings of dissatisfaction and discontent. But when we focus on what we're grateful for, we create feelings of joy, contentment, and peace. Think about a time when you felt deeply grateful for something in your life. Perhaps it was a kind gesture from a friend, a beautiful sunset, or a moment of connection with a loved one. How did that gratitude make you feel? Chances are you felt a sense of joy and fulfillment. Now, think about a time when you focused on what was lacking in your life. How did that affect your mood and energy? By becoming aware of how gratitude impacts you, you can make intentional choices to cultivate it in your daily life. Let's explore this further with a guided exercise. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. Now, bring to mind 3 things you're grateful for. They can be big or small, anything that brings you joy or appreciation. As you focus on each one, notice the feelings of gratitude that arise in your body. Allow yourself to fully experience these feelings, savoring them like a precious gift. Continue this practice for a few minutes, bringing to mind as many things as you can that you're grateful for. One of the key benefits of gratitude is its ability to shift our perspective. When we focus on what we're grateful for, we create a sense of abundance and fulfillment that enhances our overall sense of well-being. Let's try another exercise to help you cultivate gratitude. Take a moment to reflect on your day. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. They can be big or small, anything that brings you joy or appreciation. As you write, notice the feelings of gratitude that arise. How does it feel to focus on what's going well in your life? As we continue this journey together, I encourage you to make gratitude a regular part of your life. Start with just a few minutes each day and gradually increase the amount of time you spend in gratitude. The more you practice, the more you'll notice a shift in your overall sense of well-being and peace. Chapter 12. The role of self-care in inner peace. Self-care is an essential component of inner peace. When we take care of ourselves, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, we create a foundation of well-being that supports our peace and resilience. In this chapter, we'll explore the importance of self-care and how you can incorporate it into your daily life. To truly understand the role of self-care in inner peace, we must first recognize the impact of neglecting our needs. When we neglect our physical, emotional, or spiritual well-being, we create feelings of stress, exhaustion, and burnout. But when we prioritize self-care, we create a sense of balance and harmony that enhances our overall sense of well-being. Think about a time when you neglected your needs. Perhaps you were working long hours, skipping meals, or ignoring your emotional well-being. How did that affect your mood and energy? Now, think about a time when you prioritized self-care. How did that feel? Chances are you felt a sense of balance and well-being. By becoming aware of how self-care impacts you, you can make intentional choices to prioritize it in your daily life. Let's explore this further with a guided exercise. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. Now, bring to mind an area of your life where you've been neglecting your needs. Perhaps it's your physical health, emotional well-being, or spiritual growth. Picture this area in your mind's eye and notice any feelings of stress or exhaustion that arise. Now, imagine yourself taking steps to care for yourself in this area. Picture yourself engaging in activities that nourish and replenish you. As you do, say to yourself, "I deserve to take care of myself. I choose to prioritize my well-being." Take a few more deep breaths, allowing yourself to fully experience the sense of balance and harmony that arises. One of the key aspects of self-care is listening to your body and honoring its needs. When we tune in to our body's signals, we can make choices that support our physical and emotional well-being. Let's try another exercise to help you tune into your body's needs. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. Now, bring your attention to your body. Notice any areas of tension or discomfort. As you focus on each area, ask yourself, what does my body need right now? Perhaps it's rest, movement, or nourishment. Whatever the need, imagine yourself taking steps to meet it. As you do, notice the feelings of relief and well-being that arise. As we continue this journey together, I encourage you to reflect on your self-care practices. What areas of your life need more attention? How can you prioritize your well-being in a way that supports your inner peace? By making self-care a priority, you can create a foundation of well-being that enhances your overall sense of peace and resilience. Chapter 13. Embracing Change with an Open Heart. Change is an inevitable part of life. Whether it's a new job, a move to a new city, or a shift in a relationship, change can bring both excitement and uncertainty. In this chapter, we'll explore how to embrace change with an open heart, allowing it to be a source of growth and transformation rather than fear and resistance. To truly embrace change, we must first recognize the impact of resisting it. When we resist change, we create feelings of fear, anxiety, and stress. But when we embrace change with an open heart, we create a sense of curiosity and possibility that enhances our overall sense of well-being. Think about a time when you resisted a change in your life. Perhaps it was a job loss, a breakup, or a move to a new city. How did that resistance make you feel? Now, think about a time when you embraced change with an open heart. How did that feel? Chances are you felt a sense of excitement and possibility. By becoming aware of how you respond to change, you can make intentional choices to embrace it with an open heart. Let's explore this further with a guided exercise. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. Now, bring to mind a change you're currently facing. Picture this change in your mind's eye and notice any feelings of fear or resistance that arise. Now, imagine yourself embracing this change with an open heart. Picture yourself approaching it with curiosity and possibility, rather than fear and resistance. As you do, say to yourself, I embrace change as an opportunity for growth and transformation. Take a few more deep breaths, allowing yourself to fully experience the sense of openness and possibility that arises. One of the key aspects of embracing change is trusting in the process of life. When we trust that everything is unfolding as it should, we can approach change with a sense of ease and grace. Let's try another exercise to help you cultivate trust in the face of change. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. Now, bring to mind a change you're currently facing. Picture this change in your mind's eye and notice any feelings of fear or uncertainty that arise. Now, imagine yourself trusting in the process of life. Picture yourself letting go of the need to control the outcome and trusting that everything is unfolding as it should. As you do, say to yourself, I trust in the process of life. I embrace change with an open heart. Take a few more deep breaths, allowing yourself to fully experience the sense of trust and ease that arises. As we continue this journey together, I encourage you to reflect on the changes in your life. How can you embrace them with an open heart? What opportunities for growth and transformation do they offer? By approaching change with curiosity and trust, you can create a sense of ease and grace that enhances your overall sense of peace and well-being. As we come to the end of this audiobook, I want to take a moment to honor the journey you've embarked upon. Inner peace is not a destination, but a lifelong practice, a gentle, ongoing process of returning to yourself again and again, no matter what life brings. It's about finding stillness amidst the chaos, calm within the storm, and clarity in the midst of uncertainty. You've taken the first steps toward cultivating this peace, and for that, I commend you. Throughout this journey, we've explored the power of mindful breathing, the importance of letting go of control, the transformative nature of acceptance and surrender, and the profound impact of gratitude, self-care, and compassion. We've delved into the practices of mindfulness, the creation of a peaceful sanctuary, and the art of embracing change with an open heart. Each of these tools is a stepping stone on the path to inner peace, and together they form a foundation that can support you through all of life's ups and downs. But remember, this is not the end. It's merely the beginning. The journey toward inner peace is not a linear path. It's a spiral, a continuous cycle of growth, learning, and transformation. There will be moments when you feel deeply connected to your peace, and there will be moments when it feels elusive. Both are part of the journey. What matters is that you keep coming back to your breath, to the present moment, to the practices that ground and nourish you. As you move forward, I encourage you to carry these lessons with you. Let them be your compass, guiding you back to yourself when you feel lost or overwhelmed. When life feels chaotic, return to your breath. When you feel the need to control, remind yourself to let go. When you're faced with challenges, approach them with grace and resilience. And when you feel disconnected from peace, remember that it's always within you, waiting to be rediscovered. Take a moment now to reflect on what you've learned. What practices resonated most with you? What insights will you carry forward? Perhaps it's the power of mindful breathing, the importance of self-compassion, or the freedom that comes from letting go of control. Whatever it is, hold it close to your heart. Let it be a reminder that you have the tools and the strength to navigate life with peace and clarity. And as you continue this journey, remember that you are not alone. We are all walking this path together, learning and growing as we go. Reach out to your community, share your experiences, and draw strength from the connections you've built. Together, we can create a world that values peace, compassion, and understanding. Before we part ways, let's take one final moment to center ourselves. Find a comfortable position, close your eyes if you feel comfortable, and take a deep breath in. As you inhale, imagine that you're breathing in peace, calm, and clarity. As you exhale, imagine that you're releasing any tension, stress, or worry. Continue breathing deeply, allowing yourself to fully experience the sense of peace that arises from within. Now, set an intention for your ongoing journey. What do you want to cultivate in your life? What qualities or values do you want to embody? As you set this intention, say to yourself, I am committed to cultivating inner peace in every moment of my life. Take a few more deep breaths, allowing yourself to fully experience the sense of purpose and clarity that arises. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your journey. It has been an honor to guide you through these practices and insights. May you continue to walk this path with courage, compassion, and an open heart. May you find peace in the present moment, joy in the simple things, and strength in the face of challenges. And may you always remember that inner peace is not something you need to seek outside yourself. It is something you can create within, one breath, one moment, one step at a time. The journey continues, and I am so excited for all that lies ahead for you. Go forth with love, with light, and with peace.